Hello guys, I hope you're doing super amazing today. Right now where I am, it's raining, so it's feeling like a little bit cozy in here. I put on my sweater. The sweater was knit by my grandma. It's really cute. I really love it, and it's really warm. I love it. I love it. In days like this where it's just coldy outside and it's raining, I love to wear it. And so yeah, this is like the weather today, and I was kind of in the mood to show you guys what I am reading right now, which is several books. I am from those people that like to read several books at a time, and it's kind of funny, because sometimes I start reading a book and I don't finish it because I start reading another one. But I don't finish it not because I got lazy or I suddenly found it boring or something like that. I stopped reading it because it has said all that it has to say to me. But it always comes a time where I come back to the book and retake the reading process again. And it's kind of the conversation that I have with books. It's like, okay, so I got to page 10, and if I don't feel like reading anymore, it's because it doesn't have anything else to say to me. But maybe in a moment of my life, I remember the book, and when I start reading and when I retake the reading, it's like it was the right moment and the right time where I needed to start reading it again. So it doesn't come from a place of laziness or sloppiness, but it's just like the kind of relationship that I have with books. Okay, so I'm going to start with the most important to me in this moment, which is this one. It's named Faith is Your Fortune. It's by Neville Goddard. I knew this author, this person, by YouTube because I was very into the manifestation world and how mind can create realities and stuff like that. And I come up with this book on Amazon one time that I was looking for books to read, and I found this, and guys, this has literally changed my mind. I don't know who I was before this book. This is a really beautiful book. It's nothing like I expected to, because the first line, I remember when I read the first line, I just started like staring at nothingness for a while, because it was so astonishing. It was really kind of shocking, kind of, how to say it, it was really revealing from the very first moment that I started reading this book. And as I said, it was nothing like I expected, and it has changed my life completely. I am almost gonna finish it. I'm gonna start this chapter right here. It's called The Ears That Hear. I mean, it's amazing. It's amazing. It's just some pages left. And I also like to highlight, to take notes within the pages of the book. Some people find this like diabolical, but it's a way that I have to like conversate with the book and trying to make friends with them, because I think books, they are telling us a lot of stuff, and it's like the conversation that I have with the book, underlying it, writing on the edges of the margins of the pages. And that's like the journey of reading. It's really fun, and it's amazing, because every insight that a book has to give you, or at least in my case, every insight that a book has to give me, I like to write it immediately, or I lose it. It slips off my mind. So I just like to write it right away when I receive it from the book, right? So I don't know if you guys like to do this. I've known several people that like to do this too, and it's amazing. It's amazing. Plus, I can play with the colors, and I can like write my own thoughts on the book. And with this book I did really naughty and I changed a word in here. I think you can see it, that it says your faith in God is measured by your confidence in himself. But I put a line over himself and put yourself, because that was my way of thinking it. And I think this is very valid with books. I mean, you can do whatever you want with your book as long as it is giving you something to do with it. I mean, it's really amazing. It's a total adventure. And speaking of adventures, the next book that I'm reading is this one, The Adventures of Tom Sawyer. This is a book that I've been wanting to read for a long time, and I've tried to read it in the past, but I just couldn't keep consistent, and I just started it a few days ago, and it's really amazing. I really like how Mark Twain narrates stuff and writes in general. It's amazing. By Mark Twain, I have read The Prince and I don't know how it's called in English, but in Spanish it is El Príncipe y el Mendigo. And it was amazing. It was an amazing reading. I read that book for my 7th grade, I think it was, but it stuck in my mind, and I read it like 3 times, that book. So I want to read this one too. I just started it, as I said, but I'm really expecting a lot from it. So yeah, this is another really cool book that I'm reading. And the next one that I want you guys to talk to you about is Las Mil y Una Noches. This one I am reading in Spanish because it's a very dense reading, and I really want to absorb everything it has to say. So I started reading this like 3 years ago, and I'm retaking the reading since last night. And guys, this is so amazing. This is the book where most of the Disney stories come from. Okay, this is the story of this book, of how this book is originated, is amazing, because it all started when I think it was a king that married a woman, and that woman didn't love that king, and that woman didn't want to do anything with him, like bed-wise, if you guys know what I'm talking about. So she spent every night telling him stories, and those stories were so amazing that the king forgot to I don't remember exactly how the story of this book originated, but it's really amazing. And it is basically a woman telling stories to a man to distract him. I think if you guys know, you can correct me. I think it was because the king was very bad and he had bad plans for the kingdom. I think he wanted to kill, or I think he wanted to kill her. Oh yeah, I remember. It was a king that married a lot of women, and after the wedding night, I think it was wedding night, he killed them. He killed all the women he married, and that woman, in order to save her life, he kept on telling him stories. And this is the 1001 stories, I think that would be the name in English. And yeah, that's how all these stories came from. And this is practically all the origin stories from the Disney stories, the classical Disney stories. For example, the first one that I'm reading that's in the book is Aladdin. Is that how I say it in English? Aladdin. And it is telling the story about Aladdin and how he found the lamp and all that stuff. And it's, of course, it's amazing. It's really amazing. This book is brain, how do you say, mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing. Okay. Say in the comments how is the correct word. Okay, the next book that I want you guys to show you, that is also so powerful, is The Laws of Human Nature. This is by Robert Greene. One of the most popular books by him is I don't know how many Laws of Power. I haven't read that book, but because I'm not so interested in the laws of power, but I'm so interested in the laws of human nature because I am very into it. And it is really amazing, and it is so long, and I know it's gonna take me a lot of time to finish it, but I don't care. I just read it from every now and then, and it's amazing everything this mind has to teach me. And yeah, I have learned a lot, and I'm not consistent on reading this because, as I said, it's like I take it the book tells me something, and then I don't need to tell me anything anymore. Then I forgot about it. Then it's like the book calls me again, and then I start reading it again. It is like in perfect timing. I come back to the books in just perfect timing. Okay, so it is amazing. Robert Greene is a guide for millions of readers. Amazing. And the last book that I'm reading, that is in Spanish also, is El Libro Negro del Emprendedor, the Black Book of the Entrepreneur. I started reading this book in the bookstore when I was there. I want to tell you guys the story of how I found this book, and it is because it was at a mall, and I wanted to go home, but it was raining a lot. And while I waited for the rain to stop, I entered to the bookstore because I always find bookstores interesting, you know. And I started looking around for books, and I was so bored. I remember I was so bored, and this book held my attention, and I started reading it. And it was like it was talking to me, literally, because I'm starting my own business in English teaching. So if you guys want some English lessons, let me know in the comments or contact me, whatever. So yeah, I started reading this book in the bookstore, and I said, I gotta have this book. I have to buy this book, and I bought it. And oof, it just let me tell you how many pages. Like the first 50 pages, I learned so much. I learned so much about myself. I learned so much about my business. I learned so much about my nature as an entrepreneur. And it's amazing. I still have to finish reading it. But everything that I've learned from it, it has changed how I view business and entrepreneurship completely. So this man, Fernando Trias de Vez, amazing. You have taught me a lot in a very few pages. And I think that's it, guys. That's pretty much it. All the books that I'm presently, at the moment, currently ongoing reading. So yeah, this was it. This was like a very brief video that I wanted to make. And if I start reading a new book, maybe I'll let you know. And yeah, this is a whole adventure. At the beginning, when I was younger, I thought when I started reading a book, I thought that I had to mandatorily finish it, but not necessarily, you guys. You don't have to finish reading a book. If your mind feels tired of it, if you feel tired of it, it is not necessary. It is not necessary. Books are meant to teach us, to tell us something, and I think you have to read them in a way that it feels harmonious to your heart, to your soul, to your mind, and the state you are in the moment you're reading it. If your soul and your mind changes, there's no point in keep on reading it, keep on reading something just because you feel pressured, or feel, what's the word, yeah, that you feel the obligation to finish reading it. It's not necessary. Nobody's gonna take you to jail if you don't finish reading your books, right? So I hope you have liked this little video, and let me know what you think in the comments. I really like to hear from you guys, and see you around. See you on Instagram, see you on TikTok if you want to follow me. In the description there are the links to my social media, so if you want to follow me there, that's amazing. If you want to subscribe, I invite you to do so too, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.